Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTuber Ronin. Where does it stop? How much is too much? How many people have to be injured? How many people have to die? I was going to come on here tonight and talk about the Austin Metcalf murder. And I'm going to be getting a little bit into that. But I realized that there's a bigger problem. This goes beyond Austin Metcalf. This goes beyond Henry Nowak. This goes beyond Stephen Ogilvy. This goes beyond that poor girl that was killed on the bus. Look, we have a problem, not just in this country, in the world. It's a cancer. And there are people who are being paid and who have admitted to being paid to allow this cancer to metastasize. Now, I don't know what the reaction to this show is going to be. I don't know what YouTube's reaction is going to be, and I'm willing to take my lumps. And by the end of this show, there are people who are going to say that I'm a racist. You know what? I don't care. I've heard it. You don't get to scare me or anyone else with that anymore. You don't scare us with that word because you have made it meaningless by using it in situations where you don't need to use it. I go on social media, and it is not just to my detriment, but I think to everybody else, really, to be honest. And you see the violence that goes on. And I've gotten desensitized. And speaking for myself, because this is an opinion show. Speaking for myself, I fear that I've gotten desensitized to a lot of it. Because I am so used to the violence happening. I've gotten so used to blacks attacking whites, blacks attacking other blacks, people from Somalia attacking whites, people from Pakistan attacking whites and blacks, going after women, children. And seeing governments, both national and local, doing nothing. This week, I started referring to the United Kingdom as New Pakistan, because that's the way I see it. because of what happened to Henry Nowak, what happened to Stephen Ogilvy. There was I saw a video of a man today who was killed by the police because they rammed him headfirst into a signpost, a protester, a patriot who was simply trying to take his country back from these people who the government has allowed to enter by cops who have made it very clear that they care more about the invaders than their own citizens. And look, I get it. There are people from India, from Pakistan, from Somalia who have moved to the UK and who have assimilated. People who go back generations. I'm not talking about them. I am talking about people who are terrorists. I am talking about the people who want to bring Sharia law into that country. They have a prime minister right now by the name of Keir Starmer, who went to his first day on the job dressed up in Arab garb. There's pictures out there. You can see I even showed one off on a previous show. And I made sport of it, but the man was telling us up front what he was planning. And now I'm prime minister out of a sense of duty. Bullshit. You're a traitor to your country. And if you want to come into mine and try to arrest me, understand that it's going to be a fight. You think Tommy Robinson is a problem? Wait till you've met me, sir. Because just like the patriots who are out there protesting right now in the UK, who are out there protesting in Ireland, and I'm very sure we're going to see it start in Scotland very soon as well. I am talking about people who deserve to take their country back, and they have reached their by any means necessary point. And I have too, because I have seen too many Henry Nowaks, too many Austin Metcalfs. I have always been a live and let live guy. I'm not asking for the world. I'm just trying to hang on to the piece of it that I have. The land that is under my feet at this very second, that my father literally worked himself to death to hang on to. I'm not asking for anything else. I'm not manor born. I'm not a rich kid. I'm just a guy. That's all. That's all most people are. They want to live their lives and be left alone. And I am perfectly fine letting them be left alone. You work your side of the street, I work mine. It's that simple. I live on a block where there's white, black, Hispanic. We get along just fine. It's people from outside who come in and make the trouble more often than not. It's the people who come into the neighborhood dealing drugs. I used to live, the house next to me used to be a drug house. Junkies passing out on our lawn. Now those people are gone now. Thank goodness for that. In jail or dead or in the system, one way or the other. Didn't end well for any of them. And that's sad, but I don't make the rules. Live and let live, I always said. You work your side of the street, I work mine. I live my life on my own, I'll leave you alone. I'm a Gen Xer. I went home to an empty house. I'm fine with that. I'm fine being on my own. It doesn't destroy me being lonely or being in a house by myself. Do I always want to be? No. I had my chance. It wasn't in the cards. So I'm fine. I don't need a house full of people. I'm good. If I think I'm going to get hung up on something, I'll ask for help. But for the most part, I just want to be left alone, and I'll leave people alone. How many times on this channel have I said, you don't start a fight, but you damn well finish one? I mind my own business. I leave my neighbors alone. I don't care what they do, as long as they're not hurting anyone or themselves. Go and live your life. I also understand that there are people out there that are not interested in that don't want to leave people alone, that want the cancer to spread, that want the violence to spread, that want to redirect their own racism onto others. And I'm going to say this period point blank, and I don't care who it pisses off. Blacks are the most racist people on the face of the damn planet. Muslims would be second. There was a time when I would have said the Japanese, but what do they do now? They sit in their apartments playing video games and whacking off the anime. They're not doing anything. I feel sorry for them, but what are they going to do? They're going to listen to me. Shinzo Abe, the former prime minister of Japan, told these people to go outside, to get off of the computer, unwind. They shot him for it. One of those people who was perpetually online went onto a site that taught people how to make a makeshift shotgun. Yeah, they got away with that. He went onto a site that said, here's how you make a makeshift shotgun. And this guy went out and he killed the former prime minister. I've seen too many Austin Metcalfs. I've seen too many Henry Nowaks. I've seen too many Stephen Ogilvies. I've seen too many people whose names I never found out. I've seen too many Karen Pattersons. You don't know who she is, but I do. And maybe I'll talk about her one of these days, but I can't do it tonight. I can't do it tonight. Are there white racists too? Of course there are. And there's scum. And they don't speak for me. They don't speak for 99.999% of the fucking planet. And to everybody who is under the impression that Hitler was a good guy, or anybody who thinks that, the Klan is still up and running, and anybody who thinks that their version of what they think the South is will rise again, fuck you too. Because you're part of the problem. You're part of the reason why people act this way. One of the problems is not having both parents in the house. I'll tell you, when it comes to any group of people, I'm talking about everybody right now, the best way to raise a child is to have both parents in the home. Guess what? Family values, that actually works. And don't tell me black men don't take care of their children. I see black men out here on my street every day with their children. Children who have both parents in the home. So don't go telling me that that's not possible. I see it every day. I work with all kinds: white, black, straight, gay, young, old. You know what they do? They're all there because they're working their asses off to keep a roof over the heads of their families. And they don't get thanked for it, and they don't ask for it. So you need both parents in the home. You need a good dose of family values. And Carmelo Anthony did not have any family values. Who raised him? We've seen who raised him. We saw people who claim to be parents to this child, and I call him a child because he acts like one. You want to know why his legal defense was such shit? Maybe because you spent his entire legal fund buying a mansion and an Escalade. Oh, an Escalade. That's fucking original. Tinted windows, I'm going to guess. What are you going to do now? Your meal ticket's going to prison. And yeah, some liberal judge is probably going to let him out as soon as they can possibly let him out. Who knows? Maybe he'll even win the appeal. You stab a kid in the heart because he shoved you. He told you to get out of the tent where you weren't supposed to be. He warned you. You told him, fuck you, white boy, and you stabbed him. Good for you! Prove you're a cliche. Prove you're a stereotype. Fucking congratulations. Look at what you've done. And guess what? Your parents did not give a shit. They just saw a time for you to go out and make money. Your parents made money off of you. People like Charleston White were paid to be shills for you. Well, let me tell you something, Mello. Your parents are not going to do your time for you. All the Black Panther wannabes that were outside threatening people outside of the courthouse, they're not going to do the time for you. Charleston fucking White is not going to do the time for you. You're going to do your time. And congratulations, you're about to spend 14 years getting fucked in the ass by your own kind. Congratulations, you're going to be a blow-up doll. You better learn to fight, motherfucker, and for real. I got no sympathy for you. And not because I'm a racist white man, but because you are a fucking murderer. All you had to do was walk, and it would have been over. You brought a weapon onto school grounds. People don't do that unless they're planning to use it. So he was going to stab somebody that day. It's just that Austin Metcalf was the poor bastard who wound up running into him. How much longer have we got to go on with this? You know, the only fucking thing that surprises me about this whole thing is that Carmelo Anthony attacked him from the front. Because that's a fucking rarity. All the attacks are all from behind. I know. I've been in that situation. And that's when I learned that I had to learn to fight. You don't start a fight, you finish one. There's too many white people being killed and injured by blacks. And then they hide behind of, oh, racism. Oh, 1619. Fuck your 1619. I thank you for finally putting a date on it, but fuck you. Fuck your 1619. None of you were slaves. None of you from your first breath. You are not slaves. Quit acting like it. Whoever is telling you that is lying to you. Whoever is telling you that is lying to you. Whatever rap star is telling you that, They're lying to you. You want to know why you're still a slave? You want to know why you can't be kept out of prison? Because you listen to these fucking people. Because they have drummed it into your head for the last 50 years. Someone's on your corner, it doesn't belong there, kill them. Somebody looks at you sideways, kill them. If they're white, they're racist, they're taking from you, kill them. Jay-Z is not going to do the fucking time for you. You're going to do the time. Akon is not going to do the time for you. D.L. Hughley is not going to do the fucking time for you. Al Sharpton going to do the time for you? I got 2 words for Al Sharpton. Tawana Brawley. I rest my fucking case. I'm sick of white kids being attacked in these racist attacks, and that's what they are. They're racist attacks. I'm tired of black kids getting killed by the black kids just because they walked down to quote unquote the wrong street. How many of your own have you buried? How many are in prison that could have just walked away? Oh, you don't care. You're just a racist. Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah. I told you to stab and shoot people, you know, like it was, career day and the only thing that was fucking left was criminal. No. You fucked you. Don't invert shit. Yeah, it does make me angry. It does piss me off because I'm sick of fucking seeing it. I turn 53 next Saturday. What has changed in that time? Anything? If anything, it's gotten worse. Pam Grier goes on The View and says, she's seeing, black people being hung from trees. Where? Tell me where. Why are you lying? Why are you making this up? Why are you perpetuating these myths, Hollywood? Why are you perpetuating these myths, mainstream news media? Why the fuck do you think people don't want to listen to you anymore? Even John Wayne's fucking grandson mouthed off this week. These people are not your friends. They're not anybody to be listened to or to be looked up to. We are on our own out here. There are people who are being paid to perpetuate these myths, and we are dying one by one out here because of it. Austin Metcalf's father goes online and he makes a statement, and the man is angry. He's upset. He lost his son in what, as far as I'm concerned, was a racial murder. He has a right to his anger. Should he have said certain things? No, but who am I to tell him what to say or to do? They're going to his son's grave and filming themselves pissing on it. Pissing on a murdered kid's grave! And these people are telling us that they are the ones who are the victims? Go fuck yourself. All of you, because I am done listening to you. You want to fight, you've got one. Because that's when I officially quit giving a fuck. There's good and bad in every group. When you film yourself doing this shit, you can't say racism. That's you doing that. Austin Metcalf was murdered because he was white. Period, point blank. It was a racial murder, and you can't convince me otherwise. Henry Nowak was a racial murder. What happened to that girl Irina on the train was a racial murder. What happened to Stephen Ogilvy was racial. The police in the UK are beating their citizens, one of them now fatally, because they're being told that this is a racist mob. I'm an old man. I might not be in years to some people, but I feel it. If I last as long as my dad did, I'll consider myself happy. And in 18 years, I'll be there. And I think I got that long left in me. Past that, I don't know. I have sometimes said that I live in a world that I no longer recognize. But I don't think it's that. I think the problem is that I do recognize it. But what can I, one man, do? What are you going to do? You're going to call me a racist. I get called that anyway. Fine. Better kill me then. Hmm? And that's what you do, isn't it? I've never raised a hand to anyone that I haven't had to. But when you get smacked in the back of the head enough times, you learn. How many times in my life have I heard that? How many times in my life have I had honky and cracker and gray meat and rabbit and all the words that they got for us thrown in my direction? I've lost count. And what are they doing now? They're going online and they're saying, first day of school, we're going to start killing the white kids. You better not go out this Thursday night because we're going to track you down. The day of the rope is at hand. The day of the rope? Oh, I'm sorry, day of the rope? You want to know who else used to say that? Hey, Jaquan, you want to know who else used to say day of the rope? The Klan. So who's the racist now? Hmm? I will defend myself and those around me to the last. If you want to be if you want this fight to happen, then it's going to happen. Ain't nothing I'm going to be able to do on my own to stop it. I can go on this broadcast and ask for peace. But when you are dealing with people who have had no justice, no peace drilled into them, when they have had the thought that they are nothing but slaves driven into them, and that all white people do all day, is come up with other ways to make their life miserable. How are you going to fight that? Of course they're going to react this way. What do you expect? It's like the same people who keep, equating Donald Trump to Hitler. And then you get all surprised when people try to kill him. What do you expect? And the politicians, the left wing ones for the most part, and some people on the right too, they're all for this. They're fine with it. Because a lot of them are getting paid to. Charleston White already has admitted he was being paid to shill for Carmelo Anthony. You think he was the only one? You think there weren't even more higher profile people than him? I guarantee you there was. And who is he being paid off by? He's being paid off by people who want to see this country fall. And they're being supported by people who don't want to celebrate this country. This country is about to celebrate its 250th year here in a couple of weeks. And there are people like, nah, I don't want to celebrate. They don't want to celebrate because they don't love this country. They want to see it burn. They want to see it the way that it is. They want to see it burn because they're getting paid to see it burn. If loving this country, despite its faults, makes me a racist, then fine. If my saying that Austin Metcalf was needlessly murdered, then that makes me a racist, then fine. If I can support my brothers and sisters in the UK who just want to get their country back, to my Irish brethren who want to get their country back, if Keir Starmer thinks he can send people over here to arrest me, because he's not going to do it on his own, but if he thinks he can send people over here to arrest me, give it a try, son. Let's see how long you last. If this is a fight, I didn't start it, but I'm damn well going to finish it. I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Host of Films with Friends, the creator of the 10-Word Review, Big Al Presents. The Bird Woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary. Host of Western Cinema Presents, Outlaw Bill. Host of Geeky Geezers, Aged Boomer. Friend of the channel, D. Penzak. My co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, Enigma Severus. Enigma says there's a recent update on the Carmelo Anthony issue. A lot of them are now admitting the parents abandoned their son and used him for a golden ticket after he's found guilty. Yeah. I mean, even this kid's own defense witnesses turned against him on the stand because they knew what the truth was and they didn't want to go to prison with him. I can vouch for deleted working with all kinds of people. Help me share on Mystery Movie as I relocated a groundhog and his 5 babies. Right on. Wasn't he also suspended from school prior for bringing a weapon previously? Yes. Yes, he was. Patterns speak for themselves. Yes, they do. There's a record of a previous altercation earlier in the year, and the defense team intentionally kept him off the stand because he was not remorseful and was not going to withstand it. No, he's not remorseful, you know. Yeah, he bawled like a baby once he realized what was going to happen to him in prison and that everybody was going to abandon him. But he knew what he was doing. He went there to kill somebody. It was just that Austin Metcalf was the person he decided to kill. All right, Carmelo Anthony went to that track meet. He went there armed. Premeditated murder, as far as I'm concerned. And the only reason he avoided the death penalty is because there is a a law that was passed by the Supreme Court that in this country it is illegal to execute anybody under the age of 18. Even if they've been tried as an adult for murder. Yeah, truer words were never said. I know this was Iran. I know this was vitriolic. And I wish that I didn't have to bring this sort of thing up. But this is the world we're living in now. And the masks are off. And the gloves are off. I have people who watch my channel who are of many different races, creeds, people who come from other countries, people who have differing opinions. To all of you tonight, keep your heads on a swivel. Please be careful out there, because we don't know where the next attack is going to come from. We are not safe in our own streets. And we can't guarantee that law enforcement is going to come to help us, because they'll help whatever side they're personally on. And I used to be a pro-police guy, but I got to tell you, based on what I've been seeing lately, we can't count on them being there. From HQ, in all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe. Be healthy. And maybe together, we just might win.